Hey everybody, welcome back to Great Houses of Calderia. It's been about a year. June of 2022 was the last time I played this, and I've talked to the devs since then. With TactiCon 2023, the game has changed a lot, and you can tell just by the title screen. It looks like it's changed a lot. Looks great. We're gonna get into it here with a new game. Yeah, I mean that's basically all I have to say. We're playing this during the TactiCon 2023. I batch recorded a bunch of demos, so if you are wondering why you're seeing this after TactiCon is over, that's why I batch recorded 6 or 7 of these to kind of go out over the next week or 2 or 3 during it. So yeah, let's get into it. Welcome to Great Houses of Calderia. The game is being developed by a Finnish indie team called Resistance Games. We want to thank you for checking out the demo. It's still in development. Will come out as an early access game. Therefore, we're still polishing about most of the features, but the demo should give you a good idea of the final game. We appreciate if you send feedback our way and help us make the game as great as it can become. Most direct way to get our attention to your feedback is in the publisher, Firesquare Games' Discord. We hope you enjoy your visit to Calderia. Calderia was once known as a paradise. However, the rulers of old grew hungry for power and knowledge, and devastation followed. The exact reasons for the downfall are long forgotten, and for centuries Calderia was taboo and never to be visited again. When the new emperor learned of the land, he disregarded the warnings of his council and granted a mandate for any noble house to claim parts of the land of his name. He appointed a viceroy to control Calderia on his behalf. However, just 2 generations after the recolonization, bickering has arisen. Rumors are spreading that the viceroy himself has succumbed to the same old megalomania that afflicted the rulers of old. Reroll. We're going to reroll a few times. How's Bearman? I like that. As the etiquette of feudalism dictates, each house has different ideals to follow and traditions to value. Every family stands for something. From the beginning, we made sure that we are known as warriors, which have better units, peacemakers, which have faster population growth. The nice little toasts, the nested tooltips. I like it. I like that more games are getting these nested tooltips. Schemers, better intrigue level, so that's probably better espionage as well. Schemers, isolationists, safety level is higher. Scholars, upgrades are cheaper. And idealists, easier to maintain happiness. In true Seren fashion, we're going to go scholars. It was our parents that led our expedition to recolonize Calderia. Decades later, their time was up, and they left behind a prosperous fiefdom, large family, and the beginnings of a legacy. It came time to choose who among their children would become the new head of family. Head of family is the leader of your house. They have the final say on family matters. We have Krita with 10 diplomacy, 11 economy, 9 intrigue, and 12 military. Forgiving cruel idiot, seducer. You get what you want or whomever you want. Oh, okay. Dahlia, 15 diplomacy, 5 economy, so not very good with economy. 16 intrigue, 17 military. So we're good all-rounder except for economy. I think that immediately, for me, I'm a huge economical player in these kind of games. That immediately disqualifies her. So I mean, we're just gonna keep right on going here. Isaiah, 10 diplomacy, 13 economy, 11 intrigue, 18. The perfect all-rounder here. I think Isaiah is gonna be the one we choose. And then, yeah, Zakina, they're vengeful, they're recluse, and yeah, I think that this is probably the best thing here. So, coat of arms, I like that one. I like that one. Main color, red, obviously. Icon color, white, and secondary color, orange. Yep. Continue. When our house embarked on the journey to Calderia, we were flatlands. We were among the first to arrive near the Emperor's lands in the east. Hillside were early to arrive, landed in the south near Arameta, home of the mathematicians. Mountain Range arrived later than many and settled in the mountains of the north. Or Steppe arrived when most of the land was inhabited and thus settled a bit further away than the rest. We were the flatlands. Choose starting location. From the unclaimed land still available, first we established our settlement in... I like, we got crops plus 25, horses plus 10, workers 9, buildings built 17. I like this one. Confirm. Yes, I would love to have a tutorial. The members of your house can be found and accessed here. The fiefdom is your home. You are a vassal of House Toti. You pay taxes to them, and counts may have several barons as vassals. Duke Sabata governs over the duchy you belong in. There are 4 duchies in Calderia. Duchies are indicated by the different background colors on fiefdom banners. Duchy or dukes may have several counts as their vassals. Monsimo di Calderia is the capital of Calderia. Viceroy Martorell rules over Calderia on the Emperor's behalf. Return to your own fiefdom by clicking the home button. Actions on the map are done through fiefdom action menus. Clicking on fiefdom opens their action categories. You can view it. This has definitely changed from what I remember. The population of your fiefdom is shown here. Current population is the first number. Second number of your is your population cap. Population increases when the green bar reveals to the top. Your population amount translates to workers. It's wise to make sure you have enough crops to feed your people. Each worker consumes 1 per day as food. Each worker assigned to a profession increases productivity. Each total production per day is shown here. So we're losing 3.5 crops per day right now. These panels show what is required to produce the resource as well as where the resource is currently consumed. So we can feed workers with 2, we can wage, and it's costing 1 for wages. So there's a consumption. We have 14 consumption, but we're only producing 10.5. That's a problem. Drag and drop workers from other professions to farmers until your production of crops is positive. So let's drop 1 from the vineyard. We don't need a lot of wine. So there we go. We're making more crops per day than we are using, back to where it used to be. So workers 3 times happiness 0 equals city growth 0. Pretty easy formula there. Your population grows according to the happiness of your workers. You may assign your family members as overseer professions. The competence of your overseer may boost into their profession. Drag and drop a portrait of your family member. Isaiah, I think this is probably Isaiah. The amounts of all your resources are here. Your surplus or deficit per day is indicated by the small numbers. Click the back button or right mouse button to return to the map when you are ready. Your current objectives are shown here. You've done the first one already. Hover over the thing to continue. Good diplomatic relations are important. Send an official visit to your overlord's fiefdom to improve your relations. You may choose who you're going to visit by selecting a member of the other family on the right side. Yago Todi. Send an official visit, blah blah blah. So let's go and do that. Here are the time controls. Whenever, down here on the bottom right here, whenever an event pops up in the game, it's paused until you resolve them. So we need to build a building. That's the next thing we got to do. So let's go ahead and click on this view. Let's see how we can build a building. Like that. Upgrades work with checks are already built. An upgrade with a hammer icon can be built immediately. A red hammer icon indicates that you don't have enough resources to build the upgrade. When an upgrade is started, all the workers in the profession will focus on completing it, and they will not produce any resource during the construction. A locked icon indicates that some other upgrade must be built before this upgrade is unlocked. All professions have 4 tiers of upgrades that are unlocked by the upgrades made to your castle. Profession upgrades have various effects. These increase city size. These increase worker slots. These increase a new military unit. Or these unlock a new companion. These unlock a new military unit. These unlock a new profession. These unlock a better wage tier. These unlock a new work effort tier. And these improve fiefdom safety. So what do you want? We have nothing to buy or nothing to really build anything. We're talking 25,000 day. Good lord. Most interactions between other families are presented with events. The event happens to the person on the left. Skills of the characters have often the greatest impact on the possible outcome. A skill of 10 to 12 is average. 18 plus is superb. Military we're 18 plus. So traits may also affect the event depending on the context. Personal relations and house relations can often hinder or help your case. Hover over the relation to see their deals. So we're -10. That's not good. You may choose what your family members try to achieve, but their characteristics determine how well they succeed. The skills of the event characters are often compared to each other. So Isaiah decides to pay an individual visit to Yago Todi's fiefdom to discuss safety protocols. The delegation is welcomed warmly, and Yago seems to be most happy to host Isaiah, who starts to negotiate immediately when the perfect moment arises. Which way Isaiah should persuade Yago to improve cooperation. Fortify borders, increase city security, or suggest to share criminal records. Let's fortify borders. That drops us down to -3. Isaiah makes a case of the rising rule of restlessness in both fiefdoms and suggests that by fortifying border security, citizens should feel safer, and this would decrease the disorder. Yago nods thoughtfully and suggests that they share information about problems that have occurred and how they were solved. Isaiah agrees to these conditions happily. You can check all of your current, past, and future objectives from the bottom here. This is the end of the tutorial. Feel free to browse your current and future objectives to get an idea of what you could try to achieve next. More game mechanics will be explained as you try them for the first time. When you are done, click the right mouse button, the back button. Alright, so we need to build a building. So 6 family members out of town. Only got about 1,000 days in the demo. That's okay, because we're not going to get through 1,000 days in this video. So there's the map. We never really got to check the map out. Huge map. It looks like it's a fog of war as well. Oh no, that's just the edges of the map. Alright. So this is the entire map of Calderia. Looks pretty awesome. Let's go here and view the diplomacy. So farmers are done with that. Have you... Let's get Galdus to return. Or let's get Isaiah to return. So you're going to go back to the farmer thing. Keep... Zakina. We need a good military, or a good economy for the keep. Tadeo's probably the best one. Ooh. Ooh, no. No, we actually just have nobody. We're not making or we're not losing out. Let's move a mason up there. We're going to put Tadeo in there as well. So we're up to 1.4. 1.3 per turn. 0.1 being used. Kiki. Winemakers. Alright. The strategic layer of this game is definitely went further than it used to be, and I like that. It's got more of a Crusader Kings vibe to it than and it had that before. I have to say that's why I was drawn to this game. It has a Crusader Kings vibe to it. It's got more of that now, and I love it because I guess because I've been playing more CK3 with the new Tours and Tournaments expansion. So yeah. So what do we want to do next? We need to make the ABC of diplomacy. Make a trade. Send a court member. So let's trade with our... I guess we'll trade with our vassal. We're the vassal, but you know what I mean. Trade. Trading is an important part of life on Calderia. It is not exactly mercantile society anymore here in Calderia, but it is better to create surplus production and trade away for resources you don't produce yourself. With trade, there's multiple things that impact it. 1. Valuation of the resources being bought by each party. 2. Need for the resources being traded. 3. Relation between the parties and the personality of the trading partners. You need to select which of your family members will go on to the trade delegation by drag and dropping them from him or her from the left. Here on the left, you can see your resources you can offer for trade. As you click them to be sold, you can select them out to be sold. Same logic applies to the other family, of course. A few important things to be said. 1. Valuation of goods is dependent on the buyer's need for it. Therefore, they vary from situation to situation. Caravan size dictate how long the trade will last and how much of your daily production is reserved for that trade. Willingness shows how eager the other family is to agree to the trade. High willingness indicates that you must improve your relations with that proposal. You might improve your relations with that proposal. Low willingness indicates chance of other family rejecting the trade or when agreeing upon then hurting your relations to them. 3 more things about trade. If the opponent agrees to the trade or not, that is decided when the trade delegation arrives. This is in turn depends on the negotiator. You can select a well-liked family member to go on to trade to increase your chances. Tough negotiation that sometimes takes place, they are resolved in social conflict. They represent the negotiations in order to let you handle which things you value more than the other element. When successful, your family member will then be handling this trade route. This means you cannot use that character for other tasks until the trade route is completed. Trade routes can also be attacked by spies of other family. Alright, so let's say we are producing grapes. But of course they aren't producing grapes either, so this is first null and void. But they probably want crops. So I'll give you crops for... I'll give you 30 crops for 3 trips. And you can give me... What are we low on? We are low on... They're making metal, so let's get a little bit of metal. The valuation is basically the same. Need a character. Let's use you. Your valuation needs to be at least 100 gold. So what else do you want? Luxury. Give me some... Oh, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Materials. Preposterous trade suggestion. Well, I'm not done. I'll give you some livestock. Alright, we'll see if that goes. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how it's gonna go. Ooh. Contrary to Krita Behrman's expectations, Yager Todi meets generous trade offer with slight ridicule, implying you to try to show off Behrman's wealth at their expense. This certainly isn't the correct way to react, and something must be done. Be informed my family's generosity is not to be let down upon. You confront them with arguments, back in the proposal. Matching by polite speech about friendship and camaraderie. Yago Todi agrees and seeing where you stand and accepts your offer with words, praising Behrman's wealth. Well, it worked out, didn't it? Now we have a trade deficit in livestock. I think we can figure that out. But you know, in the meantime, I think we're going to go and wrap this video here. The game has come a long way in a year. I'm really excited for it to come out later in 2023. We'll definitely be checking it out. I've been speaking to the Fire Squid guys, and it seems the game's coming along very well, and it definitely changed a lot in a year. So, yeah, props to them. Really happy with how this game looks. Really happy with how it's running. I'm excited for early access later in 2023. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you next time for another video here from TactiCon 2023. Thanks for watching.